Hello everyone. Today this class is going to be more of a slow vinyasa paired with some long poses and restorative holds at the end, towards the end of class. For today, you'll either need a bolster and a yoga blanket, or if you're at home and don't have these things, you can also simply use 2 large pillows and a folded blanket. So we're trying to fold our blanket to begin class just lengthwise about yay thick, or whichever you'd like. So yes, we'll begin in a supported child's pose. I'll demonstrate that here in a moment. Alrighty, so to begin class today, we're gonna bring the balls of our big toes to touch and spread our knees about mat distance apart. So grabbing a hold of both pillows, you're gonna slide the first one just between your thighs, so it's resting on the ground. And then the second pillow you're going to grab and slide the edges into your hip creases as such. Place your hands on top of the pillow, or if you're using a bolster, that can just slide between the legs. Place your hands on the top part of your thighs. Take a deep breath in, try to lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, begin to match your lower belly with your upper thighs as you fold forward. Wherever you're at, you can either take your hands to grab onto your heels, or you can reach overhead. Just letting your shoulders and your upper body soften over your props. And just take this moment to close your eyes and find a few deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Becoming aware of the space around your mat. Each inhale, directing the breath into the belly, allowing it to expand across the lower back, filling in the hip creases. And then the exhale, letting the hips soften, letting the shoulders roll down. Wherever you're at, just holding and keeping these steady, long inhales and exhales. Using the breath to begin soothing the nervous system. Today's class is going to be a lot more centered around the lunar system and the lunar part of our body. Exposing the back, allowing the shoulders to relax, the forehead to soften. Allowing this forward bend to be cooling and relaxing. As you're ready, slowly bring your hands alongside of you. And on an inhale, begin to roll the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. Slide your hands up your thighs, and on an inhale, find a gentle back bend. And exhale back to center. You can release your pillows off to the side. We'll make our way into all fours position. So shifting forward, stack your wrists underneath of your shoulders, knees underneath of your hips. For today's purposes, we're going to point the back toes and really press firmly into the outer pinky edges of the foot. On an inhale, begin to roll the spine, dipping the belly, pulling the chest forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. And just moving here, inhaling to roll forward. Exhale to tuck the pelvis and roll back. Your next inhale, feel free to bring more circuitry to this by moving the hips around and back, closing the eyes perhaps, and just finding any organic movement that's serving you today. Maybe dropping and working into the shoulders or the hips. Releasing some tension along the spine or the upper back. If you haven't already, switching directions, moving the opposite way. And on your next inhale, make your way back through center. Curling the toes under, just begin for a moment by pressing the seat back towards the heels, stretching the bottoms of the feet. And if your pinky toes aren't, make sure to use your fingers to really tuck the last toe underneath. And just rock side to side here, massaging the pads of the feet, breathing all the way down into the balls of the toes. And as you're ready, weighting the inside edge of your hands, we're going to keep weight in the toes and begin to press the seat up and back, finding a modified downward facing dog. So we're going to keep our knees super bent here. As you're here, think about wrapping your armpits towards your ears, sink your chest through your arms, and secure the tiny little muscles around your shoulder sockets. From here, take a deep bend into the knees. Think about spreading the sits bones up and back and matching your lower belly towards your upper thighs. And take a deep breath, filling the space between the shoulder blades on the inhale. And as you exhale, shake your head no, nod at yes. One more big inhale here. And exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands to the back of the mat. Keeping your feet about hips distance apart, we'll just take a few halfway rolls. So inhale, halfway lift, find a long neutral spine. Engage the core. And exhale to fold in. A few more inhale, spread the seat, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to fold. This time, inhale with a flat back, push all the way to stand, squeeze the glutes at the top. And exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Keeping your arms overhead, exhale, bend deeply into your knees and fold forward again. This time, bend your knees so much that your lower belly wants to come and touch your upper thighs. And then grab onto the backs of the heels. So sweeping your arms around the thighs, grab onto the backs of the heels. Sit low into your seat, pull your chest into your thighs. And keeping that belly to thigh connection, slowly begin to fold forward. You might still have a super deep bend into your knees, that's okay. Think about forcing or pushing your kneecaps into your armpits, trying to make that fit. And release your head here. Roll the weight into the balls of your feet and potentiate yourself. Keep your eyes open and find a fixed gaze. Breathe into your belly. Imagine space opening in the lower backs, feeding the adrenals, the kidneys. Imagine ascending effort in the legs as you're pressing your seat towards the sky, and descending effort as you relax your forehead and melt it towards the mat. And focus less on the uncomfortable pain or situation you're in and think more about the breath in the belly and the softness in the forehead. Slowly release your heels, bring your arms in line with your ears and sit back. Inhale with the flat back, squeeze the glutes, push all the way to stand. And exhale, release the hands. This time, inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Link your thumbs and reach your fingertips towards the sky. Find a deep breath. Think about pulling your thumbs apart, stretching your body. Inhale. And exhale, lean up and over to your right side, pushing your hips towards the left. Think about angling your right shoulder under, left shoulder back, and take a deep breath into the left side. Finding space in the side body. On your next inhale, push back to center. Stretch high through the fingertips. And exhale, bend up and over to the left side. Once again, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Take a deep breath into the side. Slightly lift the chin. Inhale, make your way back through center. And exhale, hinge forward and folds. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, slowly pad your hands forward, finding downward facing dog. Taking your time to get set up. Once again, weight the inside edge of the hands, roll the shoulders or armpits towards your ears. Send the seat up and back and find a gentle bend in the knees. On an inhale, we're going to sweep the right leg up and back, pushing through the ball of the big toe. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bend the top knee and roll the hip open. Inhale, straighten the right leg up and back. And exhale, step the right leg through. Lower down onto the back knee. Keep your fingertips in line with your toes. And push firmly into the ball of the back foot. Squeeze your left glute. From here, sink down into the pelvis and lift your chest. And send a few deep breaths into the pelvic bowl. Think about rolling the shoulder blades down the back and growing tall to the crown of the head. Squeezing the back glute on an inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Once again, linking your thumbs. Think about pulling your torso apart. Reach your fingertips towards the sky. Lift the chin slightly. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release your hands to the mat. And we're simply going to rock our hips back, keeping our belly connected to the thigh. So for some, this might look really pretty. If you're like me, it might not. But instead, we're going to flex our right ankle so our toes point back towards our face. And think about sending the right hip crease back in space. We're just gonna fill the back of the hamstring with a few deep breaths. Keeping the chin slightly lifted, looking forward. Breathing in and out through the nose. From here, we're slowly going to walk our fingertips forward and pushing into the ball of the back foot, lift our left thigh. Think about rotating or spinning the top of the left thigh towards the mat and engage the left inner thigh. From here, squeeze the glutes, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, finding a low lunge. Push back into the left heel. Both legs are super strong here. And exhale, spin the left heel down, opening up to warrior two. Take a moment here and get established in your pose. Think about lifting the front toes towards you. Squeeze the front heel back towards the left foot and push firmly into the outer pinky edge of the left foot. Sink low into the pelvis and find your breath. You might be sweating a little bit and wondering why this is incorporated into a restorative class. That is because we're trying to use yoga to get out of our habits. And if we're not changing our habits and changing our body, our mind, before we're restoring, we're only folding deeper and getting deeper into our tendencies, our habits, what we're used to. And in doing so, we're not actually bringing change into the body. So that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, come back to the breath, take a deep inhale. And slowly straighten the front leg, reach your arms overhead, and turn both toes in to face the long edge of the mat. Bring your hands onto your hips. Take a deep inhale, firm your thighs, reach your chest forward. And on an exhale with control, just very slowly begin to lean forward, finding a forward fold. Bring your fingertips in line with your toes. On the inhale, lengthen the front of the spine. And on the exhale, roll the weight into the balls of your feet as you fold even deeper. Moving the breath in and out through the nose. Slow and steady, use the breath to begin to soothe the mind and ease the effort. Inhale brings you halfway up. Firm your legs, firm your belly. Exhale, bring your hands onto your hips, squeeze the glutes and slowly press up to standing. A At the top here, squeeze your glutes and just push your pelvis forward a little bit, finding a nice inner thigh stretch. Firm the legs. Heel toe your feet in. Step to, once again, the top of the mat. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. Inhale, bring your arms in line with your ears, firm your belly. Exhale, begin to hinge forward, take a deep bend into your knee. Think about matching your belly to your chest or your chest to your thighs, and then drive the tops of your kneecaps into your armpits. Once again, grab onto the outer edges of your heels. Find your fit. Make it formal. It might be uncomfortable, but make it formal. From here, begin to straighten the legs, release your forehead to the mat. Roll the weight into the balls of your feet, and once again, find the ascending effort as you engage the legs, running up to the top of the seat. And then find the descending effort as you melt your forehead and your neck towards the mat, exposing the back side of the body, opening the lunar side. And find some super deep, steady breaths into the belly, releasing the head. Inhale, bend the knees, release the fingertips. Halfway lift. And exhale to fold back in. Inhale, push all the way to stand, sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, this time simply fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find a long flat spine. And exhale, plant the hands, step to downward facing dog. This time on your inhale, sweep the left heel up and back, point through the ball of the foot. And exhale, bend the left knee, roll the hip open. Inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, step the left foot through. Lower onto the knee of your right leg. Keep your right toes curled under and push firmly into the ball of the back foot. Bring both hands in line with your front toe and sink your pelvis, look forward. Keep your belly and thigh connected, send a few deep breaths into the belly. On your next inhale, press firmly into the ball of the back foot, squeeze the right glute. And on an inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Interlace your thumbs and stretch your torso apart. Think about reaching towards the sky, sending your pubis forward, firm your lower belly. And take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale to reach the hands high. And exhale, release your fingertips to the mat. And simply shift the hips up and back. So once again, we're keeping the thigh connected to the lower belly. So as you extend the left leg, flex the left heel, and bring your toes to point back towards your face. Think about reaching your chest forward, trying to maintain a flat back. So avoid being up here in effort to straighten the leg and instead work out of the fold. So keep yourself folded and slowly work from that. Think about sending the left hip crease down and back. Breathe into the back of the hamstring. From here, begin to walk your hands forward, coming back into the bend. Push down into the ball of the back foot and slowly lift the right knee off the mat. Squeeze your right leg, press into the heel, and slowly inhale, rise, high lunge. Once again, think about coming out of the fold, staying low in the front leg, and keeping your shoulders slightly forward of the hips to avoid crunching in the lower back. On an inhale, stretch your arms towards the sky. And exhale, spin the back heel down, moving into warrior two. Once again, front toes lift up, right heel pulls back. Back thigh is firm and pushing into the outer pinky edge of the foot. Really sink the hips down, squeeze the glutes, open the chest by drawing the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath here. As you're ready, slowly straighten the left leg, reach the arms overhead. And turn both toes to point the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands onto your hips, engage your legs, squeeze your thighs. Take an inhale, lift up through the chest. And exhale, fold forward. You can bring your fingertips to the mat. And once again, rolling the weight slightly into the balls of the feet. And taking a few deep breaths here. On an inhale, open the front of the chest, halfway lift. And exhale, simply walk your hands to the front of the mat and step to downward facing dog. As you're ready, inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. And exhale, slide the right knee behind the right wrist. And cross the left ankle or the right ankle towards your left hip. We're going to move slowly into a half pigeon pose. So walking the left foot back, we're going to grab a hold of our blanket and two pillows. So slide the two pillows out in front of you, and I'm not set up properly. And grab the rolled up blanket as well. So keeping your hips a little bit high, slide the rolled blanket underneath of the pelvis so that one end supports the right bum and the other one can pull all the way through to support the front of the left hip. From here, you can slide your pillows towards your lower belly to support the fold. And as you're ready, slowly begin to lower down. And wherever you're at, we're still keeping about a 50% engagement, or rather 20% engagement in the pelvis, just to support us even further. But allow the upper body to kind of soften into the pillows, closing your eyes, breathing into the belly. Next, inhale, slowly begin to come back onto the hands. Simply just slide the pillows forward a few inches and grab the blanket out from underneath of you. Curl the back toe under and we'll push once again to downward facing dog. Just shaking it out here for a moment. And as you're ready, sweep the left heel up and back. And slide the left knee behind the left wrist. And cross the left heel towards your right hip. Once again, begin first by pulling the blanket all the way through the pelvis so that one end supports the right hip. And if you need to fold the left end back again, that'll support your seat even more. From here, pull the pillows towards your belly. Take a nice deep inhale, stretch through the front of the spine. And as you exhale, begin to hinge forward, resting your arms and your chest onto the pillows. And just closing your eyes, breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Slowly on your next inhale, bring your fingertips alongside of your chest. Begin to press up. You can slide the pillows out from underneath of you. And we're simply going to roll onto the left hip and extend our feet in front of us. Grabbing onto both pillows, we're going to bring them to our lower back. Stacked one on top of the other. And if you have a third pillow handy and you would like to use it, you can slide it underneath of your knees. If not, you can fold your blanket up once again to be a little bit of a support. This is where we're going to take our Shavasana this morning. So extending your legs out in front of you with a little bend into the knees. We're simply going to begin to roll our spine back onto the pillows. Finding support and comfort here. If the blanket underneath of the knees isn't enough, you can simply bend the knees and let them fall in towards one another. But we're just going to take a variation of a pranayama exercise here. So closing your eyes, place your left hand either out to the side or resting on your belly. And with your right hand, choose your thumb and your ring finger and tuck your index and middle finger in. We're going to bring the thumb to touch the right nostril and the ring finger to touch the left nostril. We're essentially going to breathe in through the left nostril, plugging the right with the thumb, and exhale by plugging the left nostril and exhaling through the right. So we're always inhaling left, exhaling right. So take one big inhale through both nostrils to begin. And exhale everything out. Plugging the right nostril, inhale through the left. Plug the left and exhale through the right. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale left. And exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Do a few more of these on your own pace. Inhaling into the left nostril. Plugging the left and exhaling through the right. On your next exhale, release your right hand to your belly. And take a few deep rounds of breath. And slowly, with each inhale, imagine a sense of lightness entering the body. And on an exhale, allow the muscles to become heavy. Sinking the base of the skull into the pillows. Allowing the pelvis to be heavy, the shoulders, the belly. The thighs are heavy, and so are the heels of the feet. You're just breathing in and out through the nose. Next, inhale, very slowly begin to deepen the breath. First, by filling the belly with a deep inhale. And exhale. And allowing this expansion to shift upward into the chest. Expanding the rib cage, the lungs, feeling the shoulders shrug up towards the ears. And as you exhale, release the shoulders down the back. Think about breathing down the limbs, moving into the pelvis, the hips, the legs. And also breathing into the upper arms, the forearms. Begin to wiggle the fingertips and the toes. And gently rock the base of the skull left and right. As you're ready, we'll come to lie on one side. If you're on pillows, you can stay on the pillows. Finding a little bit of support in the side. And as you're ready, pressing down into the top hands. We'll make our way up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed momentarily. You can bring your hands either palms face down onto your thighs or bring them to heart center. Wherever you're at, take a deep breath in through the nose, lengthen through the crown of the head. And exhale out through the mouth. One more like this, inhaling through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Thank you guys so very much for coming to class today and hopefully getting into a little bit of a yoga routine. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me by email, or if you have any requests, feel free to do the same. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day or beginning of your day, wherever you guys are at.